I have vivid memories from my childhood of spending Saturday mornings watching the Boomerang channel, where between episodes of Roadrunner and Scooby-Doo, I'd see commercials for the very thing I held in my hands. Cereal. And these commercials are literally the only ones I ever remember seeing on that channel. I'm starting to think Boomerang was run by Big Cereal, but there was one thing every cereal commercial had: a devilish little mascot. I swear, I remember every single cereal mascot being evil in some way, which is why today we're going to decide once and for all who the evilest cereal mascot is. We're going to be tier listing them based on their evilness, with S being the most evil and F being the least. Because everybody knows, when you're representing cereal, your life's mission is traumatizing innocent cartoon children. We're going to start with Reese's Puffs, which at first seems like a fairly innocent cereal. I mean, its mascot is just a bunch of kids rapping about peanut butter and chocolate, right?
Dwight, you ignorant slut!
Wrong. That's exactly what they want you to think.
I can't go out. I'm sick.
But look a little closer, and you'll see the nefarious crimes of these so-called innocent children. They're the ones making the DMV line so long, making you wait just so they can make a stupid little cereal joke.
What do you really want?
Oh, Reese's Puffs, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Next!
They are the ones tipping their servers a quarter as if that makes them some hotshot.
I'll leave her a tip.
They'll even eat in your car without asking. Which, okay, maybe you don't care, but at least ask. It's called common courtesy. And what may be the worst part, they're trying to convince us that oranges would go well with this cereal. Now, of course, these aren't the evilest things they could be doing. At least they're putting milk in their cereal. But that doesn't excuse their actions. And for that, I'm gonna have to put them in C tier. They could be worse, but they're also the reason you keep finding 3-year-old McDonald's fries under your car seats. Next up, we've got Trix. I definitely remember the Trix rabbit being the most dastardly of the cereal mascot world, but when I looked back on him, I realized that there is so much more to him than his tricks. Also, his name is literally just Trix, so we're gonna call him Claude to avoid any confusion with Trix and Trix. What I realized when looking back on Claude's history is that his story is tragic. These commercials pull back the curtain to show us what the devolving relationship between a rabbit and his owners truly looks like. See, the kids in the commercials are Claude's owners, and they're just trying to protect him.
Silly rabbit! Tricks are for kids! Rabbit, you can't have tricks, but we can still be friends.
Because tricks really are for kids. You can't just feed a rabbit corn syrup and trisodium phosphate. He go die.
Tricks are for kids!
They have Claude's best interests in mind. They're just trying not to kill their pet. They even throw him birthday parties. But the way Claude sees it, he's just trying to hang out with his friends. He just wants to eat some Trix and have a good chat, but they won't let him. He starts to wonder, do they really like me? Was it just a pity party they threw all those years ago? He learns magic, he joins a band, but still no luck. They won't let him in on their little cereal hangs. And this is where Claude and his owner's friendship begins to disintegrate. Not understanding why he can't just have some Trix, he grows spiteful. He feels unloved, unwanted, and he turns to the dark side.
Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids.
He starts stealing entire boxes of Trix, no longer wanting friendship just to win, just to deprive these children of the Trix they deprived him of for so long.
I see the rabbit taking all of our tricks!
These commercials tell the heartbreaking story of a friendship devolving, of a good man turned evil. I see the Joker's village and origin story, and I raise you Claude the Trix rabbit story. This is writing at its finest, and for that, I'm gonna have to put Claude in A tier. But enough about stupid little buddies, because our next players are the Crazy Squares from the Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I think the Crazy Squares are the most misunderstood mascots on the internet. Because sure, they eat each other, which may seem pretty messed up, but the thing is, they don't seem to mind it. Not only do they eat each other, they'll team up to eat each other. They'll even eat themselves. At first, I was perplexed by this. Do they have no morals? Do they not understand what it means to die? But then, I saw the one commercial that makes it all make sense. We open with a Crazy Square swiping left on a dating app until he sees it. Another Crazy Square. With excitement in his eyes, his heart pounding, he matches with her and she matches back. He finally has a chance at Crazy Square love. But when he shows up for his date, she eats him. And that's when it clicked. Eating each other as how Crazy Squares show love. Where you and I might tell a friend that we're proud of them, they'll just eat them. And really, it's a very efficient way to show love, because now they've had lunch too. So I'm going to have to give the crazy squares an F on the villainous scale. And if you think that's wrong, you need to check yourself, because you clearly don't understand their love. Now for Fruity Pebbles, my childhood cereal of choice. After an overwhelmingly intense case analysis, I've reached the conclusion that these guys really shouldn't be here. They need to go to Reddit. Specifically, am I the asshole? So I've taken the liberty to write a submission for them. Am I, 22-year-old male, the asshole for stealing my brother's 24-year-old male cereal? So my brother Fred recently started a family cereal company. He gets all his boxes for free, but last week when I asked him if I could have a bowl, he said no, that I have to buy a box from the store. I told him that wasn't fair. It's a family cereal company and I'm family, so I should get some for free too. He continued to refuse and started eating bowls in front of me every time I saw him. I don't know why he's doing it, but I swear it's just to spite me. This really pissed me off, so I disguised myself and tried to steal some of his cereal. It almost worked, but he caught me at the last minute, and now he says I'm not welcome at his house anymore. Am I the asshole? I really just wanted to try the cereal before I committed to buying a whole box, but I don't know anymore. Should I have just sucked it up and bought some at Walmart? End of post. As you can see, this all really just boils down to family drama. So I'm gonna put Fruity Pebbles at D, because they're not really evil, but they definitely have some issues they need to work out. But let's move on to the Lucky Charms mascot, Lucky the Leprechaun. At first glance, Lucky is obviously a victim in this world. This poor man is just trying to have a nutritious, a tasty breakfast, but these rando kids keep trying to enslave him and steal his food, which is some pretty nefarious activity on the parts of those children.
Are you the criminals? From the statistics?
But upon closer inspection, I noticed something. Lucky is always smiling when he's being chased. Once he even gave his attackers very explicit instructions on how exactly to catch him.
A bit of milk unlocks the secret.
Milk?
It opens me new hidden key marshmallows.
This leads me to theorize that Lucky is actually these children's father, and all these chases are just him training them in his leprechaunian way. This poor guy just wants his kids to follow in his footsteps and become marshmallow manufacturers like their old man one day. So Lucky is gonna join the crazy squares in F, because at the end of the day, he's just trying to train the next generation of leprechauns. But we have one last mascot, Cocoa Puff Sonny the Cuckoo Bird. And let me tell you, he has the most messed up story so far. Where Lucky just looks like a victim, Sonny is truly treated as a pawn. He is just a poor bird trying to escape from the cold, clammy hands of his Cocoa Puff addiction, but the world won't let him. No one is on his side. The Puffs are chasing him everywhere. At one point, a federal judge coerces a reaction out of him and then convicts him for it. Even the very children eating his cereal taunt him, entertaining themselves by preying on this poor man's addiction. His own grandfather only pretends to be a friend, all the while pushing Sonny to the edge so that he can get some type of sadistic joy out of watching his own grandson's downfall. Sonny's entire world is after him, and for that, I'm going to have to put him in S tier. Not because of Sonny's actions, but because of the wrongdoings of the world around him. On that note, please spam justice for Sonny in the comments section so he knows we're there for him, and let me know if you want to see a part 2 to this video, or if there's anything else you want me to rank. This is the absolute dumbest thing I have ever made, so thanks for watching, gang. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, because every subscriber gets us one step closer to teleporting Sonny to a different universe. Bye bye!